Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have created one of the schema and also I have created one of the model, right? And now I want to create one of the object. Like here, that is all that our field, and this field, all that data I want to create, pass it by the object. And as I told you, that is here I'm actually using that user. User will be returned one of the class. So if you want to create some of the object from to this class, I hope you already know about it because we have done it a lot of the time. Then simple, we have to take one of the variable. I just name it as a user, and then I want to define our user. So I simply loaded this user, and into this user area now one by one I want to add all that our field. Okay, like here I have already declared the type, but I copy it and then I paste it. So for the name, I want to pass some of the string value in our database as a Aryan. Okay, I name it as a Aryan, and for the age I want to pass another value. I make it as a 40, and for the is married I make it as a false. Okay, I make it as a false, and salary for now I want to make it as a 80k. Okay, 80k, and then the gender I want to make it as a male. Okay, that will be as a male. Okay, so I make it as a male. Great. I hope friend it's very clear. So here I created one of the object, and that is all that our field value. Okay, into this area I pass that Aryan 40 and all that our value, I simply pass it in here. So now if you want to save all the data in our database, then you have to call another method as a save method. Okay, so here column, and then I want to make it as a user, and user will be with the save method. I want to save all the data in our database. And that will be one of the asynchronous function, because it should be take some of the time, right? It should be hold this total task. So for the reasons better, I want to take everything in one function, and then we'll call this function. Okay, then that will be better. I take one of the function and I just name it as store information. If to information, this type of one of the method I simply declare. Okay, and into this method area I want to take everything. I simply cut it, and here I want to paste it. So that will be as a store information. Okay, I simply paste it, and that is one of the asynchronous functions. So here when you pass that any asynchronous function, I have already discussed about that things with you. That will be as a asynchronous. So here you have to add that as a asynchronous, and also here you have to pass it as a await, right? That will be as a await. So aw, that is a await function. Perfect. So I simply pass both of these in here. Okay, now if you want to check it, like here, after that I want to run this method in here. I simply run this method, and when that will be as executed, when it will be saved this data, I want to display all that our user data. Okay, if you want to display this user data, then simple, I want to into the console log. So into this console log area here, I want to display our user data. Okay, so user data will be displayed in our console. Now let's check this out. Okay, so if you now click as a save all, I click as a save all, and now if you go to the terminal, I open another new terminal. That is our previous one, better I remove it, and now that is our first one. Okay, so now I want to do, if you want to run it, that will be as a node, and node our index, right? So that is a node index or index.js, whatever you choose. Now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now successfully displayed as a database is connected, and all that our object data, you can see that is all that our object data is successfully now written in here, because here I have actually displayed with the console log at the user data. And here also there is another field as a ID, and another is a V. For the version, and ID will be automatically generated in our database. Okay, that means in our MongoDB database area, it will be created this type of one of the unique ID. So this ID is totally unique, and now if you want to check it, it's perfectly store all the data in our database or not. If you want to check it, now go to our database as a MongoDB, and right now there is a 3 database. There is a default all the database. Now if you click as a refresh, yes, now you can see now there is another one as a test. Test is for if you go to our code, in when I create that connection in our localhost, that is a MongoDB, I name it as a test. Okay, for the reasons it's now created one of the test type database name, and now if you go, so that is our test. Into this test area, I have created our model name as a users. That will be actually display as a plural. Like if you go here, I name our model name. I name it as a user, right? When you, whatever the name you will choose in here, it should be as a plural in here. Okay, you see into this, that is a name as a collection name as a users. If you now open that users, yes, you can see that is automatically generated one of the ID, and that is our name, age, is married, salary, and then gender. Every data is now successfully inserted in here. Okay, friend. That means all the data is now successfully inserted in our database. Okay, in our MongoDB is now successfully inserted. So if you want to add some of the query in our this database data, how can add some of the query better in our next video? I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.